What's up? Welcome to Trackletics Live, the ultimate show for all things track and field. Join us as we dive deep into the sport, interviewing track and field athletes, coaches, nutrition specialists, and more. Get ready to hear some dope conversations and gain exclusive insight into what it takes to become a top performer in the sport. Whether you're a seasoned track and field athlete or just starting off, this is the show for you. So make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Let's get into the show. Everyone, let's welcome Ilias Garcia.
What's happening, my boy?
Nothing much, man. How you feeling today? How was training?
It was cool, man. Still, I'm going through like my little hammy thing, so he just put me on some 120. That's about it, instead of the blocks.
Okay. How's the hammy doing?
It's pretty good, bro. It's been bugging me since Iowa, but it's like I could run on it. It's nothing that's too bad.
Good, yeah. We don't want you pulling up or nothing.
Nah, can't have that.
You've been blazing even with the hamstring, so it's been amazing to watch your journey, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Nah, man, thank you for taking a second out of your day to join us on this live here. You know, this platform is literally to highlight track and field athletes like yourself, get to know more about you, your journey, your goals, you know, what you're looking to accomplish in the future as well. So, gotta say thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate y'all having me.
Of course. So let's get into it, you know. First question I'd like to ask everybody is, what is your track and field story? How did you get started running track? Why are you running?
I got started like my senior year of high school. I tried to go out my junior year, but the coach wasn't having it. He was like, "Oh, it's like 2 weeks before the first track meet." But you know, me being me, I'm like, put me up against who on the team. If I beat him, like, let me on the team. And he was just like, "Oh, that's not how that worked." I was like, "All right, cool." So I just came back my senior year, and honestly, I wasn't even that fast. Like, yeah, and I honestly just joined track because it was just something to do. Like, I wasn't hooping, so it was just like, all right, I'm gonna just run track. And I think my PRs in high school was like 11-1, like 22 mid. So you feel me? It wasn't nothing too crazy. And then like right after I graduated, I was just super bored because I'm used to going to practice every day. So I just got bored and I like put on Twitter and I'm like, yo, like who running club track? And then at the time, the two people that had beat me at state, Devion and my homie Trey, they both like replied to me and was like, oh, like this club and then this club. I ultimately ended up joining Trey because you feel me, Gazelles is just a little bit out of the price range back then. But I ended up running like 10-7. I made semis at JO's. So that was like a fun experience going up to Sacramento. We got like third in the 4x1. So, and then after that, I'm just like, dang, like if I ran 10-7, I barely went to practice in the summer. Like I know if I get with the right coach, I can be decent, you know. So that's all that was.
Dang, that's crazy. Literally started your senior year of high school.
Yep.
You know, you said you weren't dropping amazing times, but you already knew that if you really locked in, that you could really take this somewhere. So that's dope. That's an amazing journey, my boy.
Yeah, most definitely.
But track is one of the hardest sports out there. You know, you literally putting your body, your life on the line, right? So what keeps you motivated, you know, to train? What made you actually want to lock in and train?
Let me see. Oh, all right. So I ended up going back home because I was at Cerritos in 2016, but I ended up going back home because I had like out-of-state tuition, so I couldn't even pay like the little couple dollars I owed them. So when I went back home, it was actually my brother's senior year, like 2018, Joey's, and just being around him because I was with him all the time. And I'm like teaching him the things that I've learned being at Cerritos, like the little technical stuff, you know, and just being around him is just like I start to fall back in love with track. Just seeing him and like me implementing what I learned into him and him starting to run faster because Joey, you know, his sophomore year, you know, you seen the progression in him. So he ended up running like 10-8 opening up and I'm like, damn. And he just kept dropping his time. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then, like I said, I fell back in love and then he didn't know where he wanted to go with track. So I'm like, well, I called Jones, the track coach at Cerritos, and he told us he was getting JB. And then so I was like, bro, if you go to Cerritos, like I'll go. And he was like, if you go, I'll go. So we just made that leap of faith together. And we ended up going to Cerritos 2018. But once again, I still had dues I owed so I couldn't get in no classes. And Joey's something wasn't going on with him too, so we ended up coming back again. And like during the summertime, JB called us and said he was going back to Mount Sac and was like, "I'd love for y'all to go with me." So that's how we ended up at Mount Sac.
Damn. Wow. Really trusting in your coach,
Yeah.
trusting in the process. But what was that journey like coming from another state out here, literally just for track and field to lock in and train? What's that journey like? Because I'm still in my home state, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
what is that experience like?
Well, I mean, I was pretty familiar with Cali. Like, I was born here, and I used to stay in like LA, like when I was younger. But like summertime, I used to go back with my grandma, so I was like familiar with it. But as far as like a school aspect and like track and field, I wasn't really, like, I didn't know about Mount Sac or Cerritos and stuff like that until I got out of high school. So, I mean, it was easy. I'd say the transition, it was just like kind of struggle because California expensive, and it's like we not don't got no scholarships at Mount Sac, so it's just like you got to really grind to get what you want to get out of this. And it's like if you don't stay focused or you don't grind, then it ain't really no point even being there. I should say, like
Right. Nah, that's true. That's true. And speaking of Mount Sac, they win state damn near every year, won last year. So what was the experience like training at Mount Sac, competing at a high level, even though it's a junior college, like they racing, pros, college, like the universities, the D1s.
hmm
What's that experience like at Mount Sac?
I mean, to me, it's like a smaller D1 if that's what you want to call it, just without scholarships and dorms. The experience though, it was fun. Like our first couple of years there was fun, except when COVID hit, and then the next year, COVID was still around. So like we're going to get probed and everything every week, every Monday. But just like the training, as far as training and just the atmosphere of the school, it feels just like a D1. Like I feel like to me, there's nothing different other than scholarships and dorms. So like the training is to me is tough. I mean, I've never been to a D1, so I would know, but what we go through, so it's
Yeah.
like damn, bro. But I mean, and just going up against D1s, it's like we're competing. If not beating them, we're beating them or not competing. It's like damn, like we could really, we really doing something at Mount Sac, and it's like we get off the bus, 3 busloads full, people. Oh, like that's Mount Sac. Like I didn't believe JB when he told me the first, like, oh, people are scared of Mount Sac.
Right.
And it's like when you first see it, like people really get scared of that M on our chest. Like it's like you see Burgundy, y'all are scared. What are you
Yeah.
scared for? We're just another team, but I guess we're dominating. So, and unfortunately, I never got to participate in state at Mount Sac because COVID took that away, and then what happened last year. So, but I still support them, and it's like technically my alma mater. So we're gonna ride till the wheels fall off.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of last year, you went from Juco to the pro. You know what I'm saying? Straight from
Yeah.
Juco to the league. What was that experience like? How were you able to accomplish such a huge feat like that? That's amazing.
Man, just trusting in JB in that training, bro. Like I said, I knew if I got with the right coach, I could be fast, but I never knew I was gonna be what I am now. Like, consistently running 10-1s if it's a bad race or a good race, something like that. So it was just like, dang, like once that moment finally came, it was just like relieving almost. Like everything I worked for paid off. Because starting at Mount Sac, that wasn't my goal. I wasn't like, I'm going to go pro. It was mostly, like everybody else that come to JUCO, I want to go D1. And it's just like JB instilling that in me, like you could really be something out of this. And like if you train hard or work hard, then you can do that. So once it finally happened, it was just like, I don't want to say like everything just like came off my shoulders because it's still there. Like I still got work to do. Like job's not finished, but it's just like damn, like I can kind of breathe a little bit more. Like I worked hard and it actually paid off. But even the transition from JUCO to pro, it was like last year I was just nervous. Like it just didn't feel the same. Like JUCO. I'm not trying to say it like that, but it was a little bit easier, obviously, because it's not too many people running the times that I was running at that time, especially not in California. So it's just like, damn, now I'm in races where everybody's as fast as me, if not faster. So it's like, I just have to adjust to that. So this year is like, it's been easier to adjust other than last year because like I've seen it before. So it's like, I know what I need to do.
Right. Yeah. It's been amazing to watch your journey. You definitely, or at practice, like, hey, I still got work to do.
Yeah,
I'm not fully to where I want to be or where you believe that you could be. And it's dope to actually watch that, because I know some pros out there are just like, I made it, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, versus
yeah.
actually locking in and still striving to become better and reach their full potential. So that's actually dope. But I have to ask, why not go, to a J to a D1? I know you had some offers. So what was the determining factor to say, you know what, I'm actually lock in with JB and go pro instead of transferring off and go D1?
That's a big part of it. Like, I didn't really want to leave JB because I've seen people, excuse me, like leave JB, damn, and then just like don't run as fast as they were with JB, or like maintain what they were. And I didn't want that for myself. I didn't want to, leave JB and then go somewhere and run slower, because then I'm gonna be upset, or just like maintain where I'm at. I wouldn't really like that. That, and because I mean, I'm not really a school person. Like, I'm not. It's pointless to me. Like, everybody should get their degree, of course. Like, I'll end up going back to school and getting my degree. But just sitting there and just learning, relearning everything we've learned from high school, to me, that's just not me. I don't. That's what it was. It was really school and not trying to leave JB.
Now, I feel you. School's not for everybody. There's definitely other avenues out there. There's other routes, other things that you can do. So, I completely understand you on that. But speaking of JB, the hard training that he's putting you through, being able to run at the level that you're at, what's, one of the workouts that you feel like has actually helped you get to that level? What's one of those workouts that you love?
Uh, I wouldn't say I love it, but I feel like the workouts that work most, that has like built me to what I am, was just trusting in like weightlifting, because I didn't lift weights in high school. I was probably a buck 35 soaking wet. So it was just like I got here and bulked up like 20, 30 pounds. And then I'll probably say base. Like, in high school, I'm not doing nothing over 150. I'm not doing that. Like, that's not what I'm about to do. And if I am, I'm gonna BS it. So just coming here and just like trusting, like, okay, like, do the base work. And I wasn't good at it. I'm still not really good at it, but I'm definitely better than what I was my first year at Mount Sac doing base work. So it's like, I know that's usually what I need, because I'm a powerful runner. So like, a lot of speed stuff, it works for me, but I feel like the base is definitely the most important part to how I run.
Facts. Yeah, definitely coming in with a stronger base. You can see that that's going to take you a lot further than just focusing on that speed work, thinking
Yeah.
that that'll, take you there. But speaking of the strength training, being able to actually gain some muscle, what's one of those exercises that you actually felt has helped you, whether it's, build your power, your strength, and actually translate over to the track?
Um, in the weight room, I'd probably say like squatting. Um, my form is really trash at cleans, but cleans for sure. And probably like hurdle hops. I'll say hurdle hops, just to get that explosiveness, that rapid. That's probably my favorite three things we do in the weight room.
Got you. Okay. So then why weren't you lifting before? Was it just, yeah, they cooking in the comments. Shout out to the squad, but y'all acting the fool. Um, but why weren't you
Oh,
strength training before? Was it, strength training hurts, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like, why weren't you doing it before? Was it making you tired? Was it because it hurt? You just didn't have a solid strength training program and see how it can help?
If you're talking about a high school, man, there's I didn't even know what the weight room looked like. We didn't lift weights at all in high school. Like, there wasn't a conversation about lifting weights. There was nothing. Like, we were just running, running, running. That's also, I feel like, another reason why my brother Joey, he ended up running faster, because like 2018, his senior year, we were always going to the gym. I was hooping, but him and the homie Luis, they was like lifting heavy. So Joey, I feel like he got a lot of strength, and that's what helped him also run fast, other than the little technical stuff I like doing there, here and there. But like, in high school, bro, we just didn't lift weights. Like, we did not lift weights whatsoever. There was, like I said, there wasn't no conversation about it or anything. So coming to Mount Sac, I was here in like the summer, like August before school even started. And like, my first day, I went up there with JB and Joey. It's just us three in the weight room. They lifting like they just did 5 years in the pen. I'm trying to lift with them. Man, I ain't come back for a week, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't come back for a week.
they live serious. They, really moving some weight, and it's a nice facility, so you
Yeah.
have access to different tools that some schools or some gyms don't even have. So it's like, dang, I gotta do what, you know. But we got your favorite, or not even your favorite running, a part of your running workouts that you feel like has actually helped you, that base training, that fall training, right? Your favorite lifts, power cleaning, squatting, stuff like that. So now that the workout is over, what are you refilling with after? Like, what's your favorite post-workout meal? Something you feel helps, replenish you.
Man, that's tough because I ain't really the cleanest of eaters. So it's like whatever cheaping around, that's probably what I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna lie. I cleaned it up a bit last year, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably back to just eating whatever's
Yeah.
around and cheap, man. If I got a couple dollars in my pocket, I'm gonna go get this. I'll say, I mean, like on the healthy tip, after practice, it just depends, man. I can't really pinpoint it.
Got you. Okay, well then I have to ask, comparing this year to last year, you said you cleaned it up a bit. Do you feel like that affects your performance, or is it like, it's still the same? I can, eat whatever and still get out there.
Yeah, I do. I feel like I could personally me. I just feel like I've been eating. I'm not gonna say bad, but unhealthy for a very long time. So I feel like my body's used to it. So I feel like I feel like I can eat whatever and still run fast. I mean, the day at Mesa, I ate pizza. We bus broke down. I went to Sam's Club and got a slice of pizza before I ran. So it's like whatever it is, as long as my body is nourished, I feel like I can run.
Right. So, yeah. Like I was telling Joey before, he said his favorite post-workout meal is the hot cakes. But, they say, yeah, it's straight from McDonald's. But they say, if the furnace is hot enough, if the fire is hot enough, anything can burn, right? And so
Hmm.
you're at practice locked in, really training at a high level, lifting. So at that point, your metabolism is going. So you really do just kind of need some fuel.
Yeah,
Some people do feel like, oh, when I eat bad, I can't train as well the next day. But if it's not affecting you, it's been pros in the NBA and the NFL. You can literally see them eating pizza
yeah,
and fried foods and stuff. So it does really do depend on the work that you're putting in. If you're locked in, if you're really trying to take it to that level, so that makes complete sense. Makes
yeah.
complete sense for sure. Um, Now we got your favorite workout, your favorite running workout. You got your favorite lift, favorite post-workout meal. Are there any drinks like that you feel help replenish you? Some people stand by the body armor, the Gatorades, the energy drinks. JB's always with a Celsius or something.
Always,
Yeah. So is there
always.
anything that you feel like helps get you right?
Water, water. I try to drink as much water as I can. Water and Gatorade. I've been trying to stay away from Gatorade because I know it's super sugary. So but water and Gatorade probably water is like the best thing on earth after practice, during practice, just for like God's gift to you. So it's like it is water. It's water for sure.
Dude, I feel you. Yeah, I'm always out there with a big bottle of water. But now you brought it up, so I gotta ask, right? You brought up Mesa. As track and field athletes, our job is literally to get out there and run. You feel me? So it's not like you did anything wrong. It's not like you changed anything. It's literally up to the meet to organize it, to time, the ref, and all of that. So
Hmm.
last year after that meet, everybody was acting like it was so many different platforms acting like you're the bad guy when all you did was lock in and run a solid race. So how did that make you feel? All of that backlash, people saying you can't do this, you can't do that. Did it fuel you to want to come back and like really let me show you, or was it like, man, I already know what I can do. I'm not worried about y'all anyway.
I'll say it was like 50-50. Because like you said, like all I did was get in the blocks, hear the gun go off and run. So like it was just kind of weird to me. Like a lot of grown men hating on me like a JUCO athlete just because I ran fast. And like me and JV talked about it. If I would have ran 9.99, they wouldn't have cared. There wouldn't have been no speculation or anything. It's just that I had at the time ran a world league or whatever it was. So that's just the whole reason it broke out because it's like a JUCO person not supposed to run this fast, especially not when legal. So like I said, 50-50, man, like it was just a lot of hate. And then to me, like I use it as fuel. Like okay, y'all don't think I can run again. I'm going to try my best to run it again so y'all can shut up. And then it was like talking to JB, he's like, all publicity is good publicity. And it's like, you shouldn't feed into them. Like he was telling me to stay out of like YouTube comments and Instagram comments. 'Cause I've seen it all. And me being me, I definitely wanted to like respond back, but he was like, bro, just don't even do it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I was just really trying to stay off social media and just get my mind right. Because I mean, it did play a part. Cause I'm like, it was making me mad. I'm like, y'all really just, and y'all just continuously, it's like week after week, waiting on me to run too. Oh, when is it going to open up? When is it going to run again? Just so if I do run it, they're not going to say anything. But if I don't run it, then all the backlash is going to come, you know, then it's just like, y'all can't wait for somebody to not do as good as that was or as expected. So y'all can just talk. Like that's all social media is hate and just bad energy stuff. And I'm not really with that. Like, don't. So when I didn't run it, when I went to Mountain Cycle Relays, I was like, I feel like another reason why I ran bad, it was just because, like I said, it was my first pro race last year at Golden Games. And then just to like, I wouldn't say pressure, but it's just like, damn, like, all right, let me try to go out here and run as fast as I can. So I like rushed a lot of things in those races. And I could have ran faster, but those, like I said, those phases were just rushed and I don't know. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I mean, even though you're running fast, you can't really rush the phases. It's not
yeah,
about, being fast at at a certain point. You literally building up. You got to execute those phases pretty well. But we got a lot of DMs. Yo, you think he this and that? Post this, and I'm like, nah, bro. Like I seen him train. Like, bro, really like that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
can get out there and he
Appreciate
gonna
that.
show you again. He's really like that. And I take pride in building this platform and not tearing athletes down. Even athletes that I don't know, some that are getting popped for, THC or performance enhancers. We're not really that type of platform to try and tear somebody down because this is a hard sport. Regardless of what people were saying, you still out there working. You feel me? And it wasn't like you controlled the meet or you set things up and you ran it your way. You literally got in the blocks, executed a solid race. So it's not up to us as the runners,
Yeah,
as the athletes. But it's been actually amazing watching your journey, seeing how far you can go. I don't think that you've reached your full potential yet. You're definitely going to go a lot further. So it's been amazing to see that you actually lock in and you taking it serious and you really trying to push that and get there.
yeah.
So now track is over. We got your favorite workout, right? We got your favorite lift, right? We got your favorite post-workout meal. What are your long-term plans off the track, with track? You said you might go back and get your degree. What are you trying to use track to build your personal brand, build your name up on business? What's going on?
Yeah, I say like once I'm like good and done with track, uh, and my degree, like my first order of business is to try to go coach, because being around JB and then 2018, like being with Joey, it's just like I feel like that's what I want to do. I want to help kids, and this is not even in a track way, just like how JB helps us every day with just everyday life. Like feel me, like JB's like my big brother, something like that. So it's like I want to help kids on and off the track. So it's like if track is your safe haven, I want to be the coach that you can look to confide in. Like, oh, like maybe they dad not home, like not at home, like or in their life, they could speak to me about anything, something like that. It's like basically just helping kids grow into better people, because that's what the world is all about, like better people. That, that I ain't gonna lie to me and Joey talked about this too. Like if we was to ever like really sign like a big contract to start like a wine business too. Really in the
That would
wine,
be lit.
man.
That would be lit. Okay, I can definitely see that. Especially the coaching. I meeting you, I didn't know what to expect, and it was like, okay, dude, pretty cool, And then it's like, hey, make this tweak, or hey, you should try this real quick, or try it like that. You've been giving game, helping your teammates out, helping Joey out, helping Kev out. We clown a lot, it's
Yeah,
fun,
for sure.
but you're also helping people out, and you might not even notice that. Oh, okay, that guy told me something that I can, take into the blocks, and that, it actually helps me out. So I could definitely see you as a coach, whether it's at a school, starting your own club, And it's been amazing working with JB. He is more of a mentor than just like a track coach
For
with a
sure.
stopwatch. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely see that aspect as well. That's dope. I could definitely
Yeah.
see that. But speaking about plans after track and, wanting to coach and be a mentor, what's something that you wish you could have told yourself when you were in high school or when you were a freshman in college getting started at Mount Sac?
In high school, I probably just would have ran track earlier. Like growing up, my mom used to tell me like run track, but I was so stuck in like I'm not gonna be doing no running. I'm trying to hoop. I'm trying to play football. But she always told me like run track because before it sounds so corny. And I swear I think she lied every time she said it. But she was like before you walked, you ran. She was like you ran to me. I fell, but I ran to her before I walked. But I'll probably just tell myself like start freshman year, um, lift weights. But I'll try to. Honestly, I probably would have. Let's see. Probably would have tried to. If I was going to take track serious, I probably would have tried to switch high schools as well, and went where Joey went his freshman year, Centennial, because they're like a track powerhouse in Nevada, in Vegas. So probably would have tried to go there somehow, some way. And then my freshman year, probably I probably would have just told myself to take the uh, base work more, a little bit more serious, like try more, because I still was kind of like scared to hurt. So I'm like, I'm not really trying to. I'll do it, but I'll do it very minimally. So it's like, nah, I'm not trying to. So probably that, probably that. I mean, it really wasn't too much we can do freshman year anyway because COVID hit, canceled our season.
Yeah, true, true. Well, man, I gotta say thank you again for taking the time out of your day to actually sit down and have this conversation. It's been dope to watch your journey. Now I got a lot more information about you, your history, your goals, your perspective, what motivates you. So thank you, man. I do appreciate
Nah,
it.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Of course, our platform is literally to highlight athletes like yourself. You got some of your teammates in here cooking you. That's funny. But,
Bro said long snapper.
it's been amazing to be on a team with athletes like this that it's all fun, but everybody supports each other. Everybody's recording each other's race, giving each other tips, pointers. PR, not everybody's like proud. They're proud to actually watch you compete and see how far you can go. So it's been amazing to be a part of a team like that.
It's definitely, bro. Like you see, they in here joking, bro. Like that's all we do at Hennessy. No, that's dead. That's all we do at practice, man. Is just joke. So it's like it's good vibes, and like it's just good to be around stuff like that. Like if you got somebody or like people in your group that you don't rock with, then it's awkward. Like you feel me? Like it ain't like don't nobody want to be there, and it's like it ruins practices and workouts because then you're like, bro, like I just want to get out of here. Like I'm just trying to hurry up and get out of here. But being with these like my guys, man, they make it fun to come to practice for sure. Seeing my guys every day.
Right. Yeah. Not just teammates. Some of them are brothers now. It's family.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Right. Right. So thanks again, man. I greatly appreciate it. Definitely looking forward to watching you compete again. Well, speaking of that, real quick, while I got you, where are you competing at again? When's your next race?
Oh, they so stupid, man. I think I want to say Brazil. I think I'm running in Brazil next. I think that's gonna be my next race. If not, I don't know when. But I think I'm supposed to leave in like early May, like maybe the 4th or the 5th to go run in Brazil. So if not that, these next 2 weeks, I'm not sure to be honest.
Oh, well, good luck. I'm wishing you a healthy season with plenty more PRs, whether it's out in Brazil or wherever you're competing at, man.
Appreciate that, man. I really do.
No problem. Well, that's it for us on Trackletics Live. See
All
ya.
right.